Hey, hello to everyone at Cats. In case everyone doesn't know, and I'm not sure why you would, I consider myself an expert in stress management, which is a little bit unnerving to think that I've been dealing with stress for so many years that I am now a quote unquote expert. But as I may have mentioned in a previous video, that right out of college, I began having serious problems with stress and anxiety for a variety of different reasons, somewhat unimportant to this message today. But like every good overachiever, what I did is I bought every book on it. I put together spreadsheets. I did every single thing I could because I was going to attack this problem. I was going to whoop its behind. I was going to defeat it and put it behind me. Now, what I found was the more I attacked it, the more I fought it, the worse it got. And so maybe a decade or so ago, I came across a completely different way of dealing with stress and anxiety. And at the time when I came across it, I thought, well, this is moronic. But instead of fighting it, instead of trying to build a barrier around my brain to keep stress and anxiety out, I said, what if I could just become curious about it? So when a stressful thought comes up, instead of fighting it and trying to think to myself, well, for example, let's look at it this way. You have these what if questions. What if I don't get better with my productivity? What if my clients are unhappy with the way I'm delivering my services? What if my manager doesn't think that I'm as productive as I need to be? What if I can't become a better parent? What if my kids don't go back to school, so on and so forth? Well, what we typically do is we're like, I shouldn't be having these thoughts. I'm going to fight them and keep them from entering my brain. Well, that never works. It took me a long time to figure this out. Instead, when those thoughts pop up, I want to challenge us all to be curious and look at the thought and go, there it is. What is that thought? Sit there with it for a second and then let that thought go. We are not our thoughts. You are not an anxious person. You are not a stressed out person. These are just thoughts that come in our brains. Instead of tackling them and fighting with them and wrestling them, what we need to do is we need to let them flow through us. Now, it's going to seem a little Eastern. It's going to seem a little fluffy to you to try this, but I promise you, I've been dealing with it for 30 years and the practice absolutely works. And now the data and the science backs it up. Lots of research being done on this topic of meditation and the concept of just being sitting with a thought or a moment and then letting that thought or moment go. Because remember, the person that you were 3 or 4 months ago, talented, sharp, highly educated, really, really good at your job, didn't just end because this coronavirus epidemic. This is just one of those things that's going to test us, and it will come and it will go. So as it comes and goes this week, instead of fighting the thoughts, watch them, be curious about them, and see where they go.